We don't always get to choose the music life plays for us, but we can choose how we decide to dance to it. This is Nikki's Unjust Stories. Started as a caller, now we're here. Started as a caller, now the whole chat is here. Started as a caller, now we're here. Started as a caller, now the whole chat is here. Started as a caller, sharing my thoughts and theories. Started as a caller, now I'm hosting panels on my own channel. It starts with one unjust story at a time, giving silence back a name after the news has moved on to dance to a new song. Keeping memories alive when the headlines fade away. She'll tell your story and say your name, so it won't be lost in vain. For the family still waiting and distraught for the names that get forgot, she keeps another candle burning when the world forgot. A single candle in the dark can light the way and leave its mark. Our healing is that candle, and though it may not light up every hall, it's enough to guide us to the right light and help the healing journey begin, or put up a good fight if need be. Like a candle in the wind, your candle burned out long before, but I'll continue to tell your story. Every episode brings promise that every story gets its light, because somebody out there still misses and remembers them every night. Started as a caller, now we're here. Started as a caller, now the whole chat is here. Started as a caller, now we're here. Started as a caller, now the whole chat is here. Started as a caller, sharing my thoughts and theories. Started as a caller, now I'm hosting panels on my own channel. This is Nikki's Unjust Stories.
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Rough day, but it's going to be all right, right? God's got it. God's got a plan, right? God has to have a plan, because couldn't put this many people through this much pain for an extended period of time. My sister-in-law, my favorite person. So I just want to add this little bit of something to me to let you guys know. When my husband passed away, a lot of times when you're a widow or a widower, or a divorcee or divorcee, you tend to break away from the family that you've known and been around forever and a day. And when my husband passed away, I knew this to be true. But this sister, his baby sister, made sure that all the nieces, the nephews, all of them stayed not just in contact with me, but made sure they loved me and made sure they always knew I was Aunt Nikki or grandma or sister or whatever, what have you. And this lady did this after my husband passed away. She made sure I didn't lose not one bit of connection with my name, that I carry since I was married. And I can't get over that person because people don't do that anymore. Hi, Jason. They don't do that. And yeah. And we've been through a lot together, over the years, of course. And the two babies are left, a boy and a girl. And the boy, I see all the time, very used to him all the time. This girl didn't come from Chicago to Vegas till we had lived there for a while. But she always stayed around in my life. Hi, Chris. And I just want to give her a huge shout out. Hi, Christina. I love you, Karen. I love you, Karen Gates. I love you. I love you. I love you. And whatever happens from this day forward, I know that you and me are good. We're not only good, but we're real good. And I love that I have information to give the younger group in the family, and that her mom, her sister, they all filled me in with this life of theirs, and knew I needed to know the information. And so I could pass it on to my kids. And I know nowadays with internet and all those things, it's not things we worry about too much anymore. But I still do. I just don't want to lose contact with any of the babies and all the other levels of kids, and there'll be very few of us left. And she's in bad shape. So I'm probably going to have to do whatever I can to be able to get there to her. She's not really coherent. And her her liver's shutting down, or has been in liver failure. She has heart failure, internal bleeding, and has had a stroke. And she's trying to fight pneumonia on top of everything because she got it while she was in the hospital. When I told you guys about this weeks ago, that my sister was in there, and that, and do you believe in miracles? Yeah, I believe in miracles. Do I believe that Karen is going to give our family a miracle? No. I believe she's tired. She's missed her other 6 siblings like crazy. She talks about her mother like crazy and how much she misses her. I think this is her way. She's going on her own terms. She's not eating. She's not drinking. She's going on her own terms. And she's always been a very, very strong woman. She never had any kids. She was the aunt that didn't have kids. But she had my kids. And she had other people's kids because she still was that aunt. Just because she didn't have hers, she raised everybody else's. You know how that goes, especially in those families, those old school families. And that's enough of that. But I'm going to probably have to do something in the next week, or I don't know. It's every second is every second right now. And my niece called me and had a long talk with me today, and I had a long talk with her because she's a decision maker. And she's young. She's not super young, but she's a young mom, and she's trying to live her life. And I told her to go with your gut. You guys have lived and stayed together. You've been a caregiver. Go with your gut. What would she sit up at this table and tell you to do? Or what would she tell you that she didn't want? Because she talked about it. And I told her, all you got to do, baby, is go back and think about it. And you'll make all the right answers. And you'll do all the right things. You can't not do the right thing. And so I just wanted to give her encouragement instead of the crying and all that, because I do so much of that for you guys anyway. I was real different. I came out of my oncologist today, was that big test, you guys. I got flying colors. I got flying colors. My blood work came back. My doctor said better than good. All I have to do is do it for 2 more years and I'm in the clear. So I just had to let you guys know the good news too. And the good news is I'm here one more day. I'm here one more day. And thank you for letting me tell my story about my sister-in-law. Thank you all very much. It meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to me. So I just want to say thank you for letting me do that. Here I go. Ready? Really, Megan? Hi, honey. Cheese, wine in a suitcase. I love you. Marva Graham, I see you. Oh, Shy Towns, Christy. And that's where my family, all my in-laws are from, is Chicago, South Side. Chris, hi, honey. Carolina Carla. Hi, 1. Hi. Thank you. It's just, you're never prepared, ready to go. I got to figure out the animals. I got to figure out life, you know. I know people keep telling me plane tickets are expensive right now, and it's just from Portland to Vegas. But, you know, I'm sweating that a little bit. It's just that time when I know what time it is and get myself, you know, get myself prepared, prepare my son, you know, because he just adores her and she adores him. Thank you. Jenny, hi, honey. Nice to see you. Marcy, and she'd hate it if I kept on with her, so she'd say, get off that right now, girl. Brenda Walsh, yeah, we the corn brains. I know people's like looking at, they're going, corn brains? What in the world is, I mean, I knew Nikki was strange, but my gosh. Hi, Just Jaylene, and I saw Jenny from the block. There you are, Just Jaylene. Oh, Alicia, hi, honey. TJ Truth. 3446, hi. Deborah, hi, honey. Oh, Marv, it's nice to see you. Patty Cupo, 135. You did make it again. Oh, thank you guys so much. Very blessed. I love to see you around because I feel very blessed. And, oh, Major Rammer Jammer, hi. Melly, hi, sweetheart. It is wonderful to see you. Deborah, wonderful to see you. And hello from Oregon to your state of Texas, my darling. Yours isn't as crazy as my state, I'm sure. Okay, BTE, okay. Exotic birds and something. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. KB listening. Hi, honey. Yeah, corn brains. Miss Blue Rose 11. Hi, honey. Melly. Gosh, love you. Melissa. Hi, honey. And Nola Girl 6266. Nice to see you. Oh, very happy to see all of you. Thank you for being here. Really, Megan, thank you so much. Thank you. I want to thank the mods. They're awesome. I'm so lucky. I'm lucky that you guys don't give me up. Chicky7, hi, sweetheart. It is the best news. I'm going to ride with that news for right now. And the others kind of, you know, it's like this. It's the scales, you know. CL, hi, sweetheart. Oh, nice to see you too, Brenda, always. Caroline, nice to see you, my darling. Beautiful. It's like 87 here today, really clear, sunny. It's been pretty nice. My son comes running through here a little while ago. He's headed somewhere. Oh, to the water. All his buddies, everybody's meeting at the water. So they're down at the river. So he runs through here and he tells me, Mom, get yourself prepared. I said, what am I getting myself prepared for? He said, it's going to rain. I said, son, I've been preparing my life for 57 years for the rain. 57 years. Am I surprised it's coming in July, almost the middle of? No. It's kind of weird for other people, but it's just going to make the humidity drive up. Ghost, I saw you. Hi. Hi, my friend. I'm so glad to see you, Ghost. And go check out anybody wants, hey, you guys, my wonderful, beautiful, fantastic mods. Chris, Jenny from the vlog. Please put anybody's channels down, please and thank you, because we do have new people in here that are getting around the community and starting to see, you know, hey, Mystic, what's up, girlfriend? So it's been an interesting day, but that news this morning was what I needed. I needed to hear that I could be here and be as strong as I can for my family and the kids, you know. So, yeah. I'll let you guys know. I will always keep you posted. And if I'm in Vegas, I'll just do it from there. You know, maybe I'll get to show you one or two things in Vegas, you know, while we're there. Not stuff that the guys didn't show you guys. How about that? Stuff that I know because of living there for 14 years. That's what I'll show you. That good stuff. So, not that the guys didn't do good, but I kept thinking, why don't they go over here? There's this one. Why aren't they over there? Let me call my family and tell them. You know what I mean? I wanted to send my family down there so bad. I wanted to send my nephews down there and go, hey, I need you to go find these guys. I need you to go and direct them in the fun areas, please. Because what they're doing right now, standing at the biggest bonanza gift shop off of the Strip and Sahara, there's more fun things to do. Just saying. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, cheese, wine in a suitcase. Thank you for even saying that. Oh, yeah. And I'm not a huge gambler, so that, at least you guys know that. I mean, I like to go, don't get me wrong, but it's not my family's there, you know, so it's to see my mom, it's to see, you know, my family. And that's always my main thing, you know what I mean, first and foremost. Welcome. So glad to have you guys. And I just have a disclaimer. Blue Cats, hi, sweetie pie. I have a disclaimer. My disclaimer is really, 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 really simple. My opinions are my opinions, and everyone else's opinions are their opinions. But my opinions personally are based on whatever I see and hear, and it's what I've observed. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty, not by us, but in a court of law. And that's that. Blue Cats, thank you. Jason Wells, it's so nice to see. Oh dear, you know what? I don't know where Ted, I haven't seen Ted for a while, you guys. I haven't seen Ted for a while. I don't know where he's gone. I don't know if I've just been so busy and, you know, family stuff's been so nutso. I don't know. You know what I mean? But my mind's definitely been elsewhere, except for the good stuff we did last night. And I cannot divulge that stuff to you guys. A lot of you saw a lot of what we were coming up with. It's going to be put together. It is going to be so amazing. And Mary is amazing. Cass Runner, hi, honey. But, hey, live with Andrew. And then we got Chris right here. So we want to make sure we put the channels, you guys, whenever we get chances. And so last night, it was wonderful. And Chris, I adore you, by the way. And I just love that you give me my opinion. I love that I get yours. I love that we're very passionate people. And to some people, that looks a little strange. But to an Oregon lady and a Massachusetts man, it's totally normal. We have to have yin and yang. That's how the world goes round. If we can't do that and then smile and love on each other and all that, hi, Melissa, then what do we really have? You know what I mean? Yeah, it really was, you guys. And please, you guys. Oh, good. Let's talk with Chris. It's going out right now. Melly is she's so great. And please, I got to shout out Dee Dee. Dee Dee's doing her real occupation that pays her bills and takes care of her and her child. And she's doing that, and that's why she's not right here right now. I love you too, Chris. And I think it's cool. I think it's cool that we can debate. I think it's cool that we can talk to each other. I think it's cool that we can say, no, I don't agree with you. And we could still sit down and have these moments. And if anybody could, I wish the world could learn off us. I wish that they would pay attention to some of us. You know, we got it. We know how to work this. We know what to do with the rest of the people in the world if they just give us a chance. We could show them a different side to the things that go on. You know? I know you're going to try to beat me on the golf course. You know, and thank you. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for being here. And it's just something we should do. You know what I mean? Go ahead and have different opinions. But it doesn't have to end things. It doesn't have to make it to where we don't talk to each other, for gosh sakes. Man, we need to be able to say, I don't agree with you. Come on, let's go get a burrito. You know, or let's go. Kim Wells, hi, honey. Cassie, hi. You know what I mean? It doesn't end there, you know? And things didn't get serious like that until probably the last 15 years or so. Maybe we've been doing that weird stuff. You know, I don't agree with you, so I'm not going to listen to you anymore, and I can't sit down with you. And I don't want to know you anymore. That's ridiculous. And if it's that easy to get rid of somebody that you love and you said you love and you like and you care about and you've done things with, then it probably wasn't anything from the start, to be quite honest. Because otherwise you'd feel differently and it would hurt more. That's just Nikki's observation. You know, I always got to give you a little piece of that. I don't know why, but there I am. I'm going to get better. I started muting myself a little bit. Respect, hi, honey. Mystic, I'm so glad you're in here. I started muting myself. TJ Truth. I started muting myself a little bit when I have people on here. I don't know if you guys started noticing that. Because of the factor that my husband has been gone. I am Nikki that is boisterous, outgoing, very social her whole entire life. And I do a lot of things by myself. And it's okay, because I don't mind. But I do a lot of things by myself, and I have my animals. And my animals are so wonderful. You know what I mean? They don't argue too much with me. You know, Marley barks back at me a couple times, you know, a day. But I love them. You know what I mean? And they're so easy. Humans can be real hard to each other instead of being unjudgmental. You know, when we do crimes from here on out, you guys, and I'm going to be very conscious of this for myself, I'm going to give my observation, but I'm not going to point a finger. I did that. And it took a troll to actually make me realize it. Little tough. I didn't do anything disrespectfully to cross too many lines, but oh, really, Megan? Yes. I love that, really, Megan. But, you know, I didn't do it to cross too many lines, but I did point my finger. and I didn't do it in like an objective way. And so with this and with being into the crime, because I love it so much, and I just love you guys so much, you know, and we have such a great community, and I've been so lucky to be in so many good communities. Um, I just believe that we could be easier on each other until we do have that concrete proof or we have something of substance, you know, because I think it doesn't do more harm than good. I'm not going to say that. It can get you in something, in a little bit of something, maybe if somebody wanted to press an issue. But, you know, if you're going to have your own channels and stuff, guys, make sure you're doing your disclaimers every single time. Make sure you say it. Make sure it's written. It's in my description. I was going to start putting it on a banner up above. You know, I'm just trying to be respectful, you know, and I got a little carried away a couple times. And not recently, but I did get carried away, and I did point fingers at SE. I did. I wasn't easy. I didn't sit in the middle very good. I didn't like what she was doing. So I objectively gave her a hard time when I would answer questions about her or talk about her. I would objectively give her a hard time because I liked my friends that were out there. I liked them. And I didn't like that they weren't being treated fair from the get-go. So I became objective, but not in a good way. I became objective towards her. And that's at 57 years old. Shame on me. Shame on me. Even though she's not a nice person. Instead of handling it the way I did and kind of point the one finger and the three pointed back at me, because Mike said that the other day on Patriot Pride. Made me think about that. Made me really think about it. And then it just was something that sat with me. And I thought, Nikki, you're not like that. You love this stuff, but you can do it without pointing fingers, without having the feeling that, yeah, you can just give an objective opinion. You can say what you feel. You can always be honest about it, but you don't have to just keep going at it. You've said it. People have heard you. You know what I mean? You write it down, you do whatever, but then you move on. And you don't stay on top of that. You know, you move on to something, because after last night, you guys, and getting such a fresh look with open eyes, Phuket. Yeah, honey. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. But it's just, I don't want to be that kind of person. Hi, rapper, because I don't want you guys to think I'm that kind of person. I don't want my kids or my family. I've never done that. I mean, don't get me wrong, I ain't perfect. But I haven't or purposely pointed my finger at people because I'm mad at the way that they're treating my people that I like. Melissa, wild card, I love that. Josie, hi, sweetie. But it's just one of those things that I should have been more compassionate about that, you know, and thinking about that lady and thinking about the age that she is, you know, and thinking about how many 84-year-olds do I talk to all the time, and they get a little nasty. And they can get a little nasty when all you've known them to ever be is the sweetest thing in the world. But they're older, and things change, and stuff starts creaking, and you know what I mean? And I can't imagine, and I hope I make it to that one of those ages. For gosh sakes, I hope I do, you guys. And I hope you guys do too. And I think we just need to show a better respect. I do. You know, no, Melissa, my mama and her, I call them the old lady gang of Las Vegas, Melissa, because they are an old lady gang, and they take over restaurants, and they take over golf courses, Chris, and they take over all these places, these women, these 84-year-olds. See, that's wonderful. Oh, live with Andrew. I love that. Now, none of mine have ever made it to the right 100, but they've always been in those mid 90s. That's on my mom's side, huge. And my mother's 84. Go figure, she gonna live another. She probably outlived me. Don't forget to smell. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. But yeah, so it's just one of those things that made me think about it, and I just didn't want to be disrespectful, and I didn't want you guys to think that I was openly disrespectful to older people, because that's not the case. And I was targeting after her because she wasn't nice to our friends and the people we like. Nah, hi, honey. So, I just wanted you guys to know that, because it had been sitting with me for a while, and I was just like, I got to get this off my chest with everybody today. Like, I just didn't do this right. Melissa Evans, hi, sweetheart. Nice to see you. And you guys, eventually I'm going to get the members only stuff going and all that stuff too. But tomorrow night, okay, let me get this right. Is it 8 o'clock or 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern time? And you tell me if I'm right, Melly, or anybody from last night. I think that's what Adam said. Okay, I think it's 10:30. Their show's either 10 or 10:30 tomorrow night. Patriot Pride. And it's West Coast. I think he said 7:30. I could swear he said 7:30 because he didn't say 8 or 7. It was like a 30 in there. But I want somebody to tell me if I'm right or wrong about this. Melly, if you remember, honey. And then I think he's going live at 10:30 his time, if I'm close. Yes, 10 or 10:30. So you guys want to keep your eyes out, please. Anybody, please check this out. If you haven't seen it, and it's going to be put together tonight, we're all meeting later, and we're putting the pieces together. So as Adam tells it, it's going to flow with all the perspective information that we have and observations. So you guys, please, if it's late in your place and you usually go to sleep, maybe get a nap tomorrow. I don't think you're gonna want to miss it. People own personal yours. Hey, Marcy, you're right, honey. Hey, Marcy's, you're correct, honey. You're right. Yep. And I'm one of those too. I'm a step to something or somebody. I'm sure of it. Oh gosh, me too, honey. And I just wanted to get that, off my chest. And thank you guys. You guys are the best, man. Thank you for letting me release. Thank you. Let me get into, did I miss anybody? I didn't want to miss anybody. Mary, hi, sweetheart. Melissa, Wildcard, hi. Blue Cats, Alicia, Melly, Mods are the best. Dee Dee, you are absolutely the best. And I really appreciate all of you. And I'm grateful. I'm real grateful. Yeah, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? So far, so good. Respect. Oh, Christina, nice to see you, honey. Thursday? No, it's tomorrow, babe. Wednesday. It's Wednesday's show. Me, I'm Thursday, though, if you're asking that. I'm doing a Thursday and a Friday. I added a day because there's so many stories. I'm never going to get through all of them. Every statistic I come across, Christina, it just backpedals me up. T.C.681. Hello. Nice to have you in here. Welcome. And it's just, it keeps backing me up. Like there's more stories to talk about these people and keep them alive and their names out there some kind of way. KB listening. Nice to see you, sweetheart. But yeah, I just want to keep them. I just want to keep them up. I want them to be brought back up. So we got memberships, you guys. We have city, state, and these are activist badges because I've been a huge activist and I couldn't think of a better thing for my crew is the activists because it's the activist crew. I mean, you guys are smart. You get things done. You go look things up. I mean, you're just all over the place. You guys put down people's IDs to their channel. I mean, you guys are so busy all the time. And I really appreciate you guys. You guys go in so many different places. And I'm grateful. So that membership 1, membership 2, 3, and 4. 4 is a large one. So 4 has not been, no one has gotten 4 yet. And it gives you 3 hours once a month to have your own panel. And you can have anybody you want, any of your friends that aren't naturally on YouTube. You can invite them and you can stream. And you don't have to worry about any of that. It'll just, the cost of the stream will come right out and it'll go towards paying for the, keep the stream up here. And then also, Fat Redial will make you your own song. So, and I think it's so wonderful of him to add that on like a package. And I'm just really, really grateful for him to do that. I think that's so cool of him. And I appreciate it. You know, because he kind of turned that into a really nice little package for somebody, a once a month situation, and then a song, and you know, it's a good deal. You know, it's a really good deal, and I think whoever gets that will really enjoy it, and I think maybe it'll turn them into their own streamer. That's kind of what I'm hoping for, and I'm also going to give a bit of that money, and I'm not sure the percentage yet because I haven't really, you know, gotten any of that. But I'm going to give some of that to a charity too. So number 3 level is the United States activist. Anybody who gets that one, I'm going to split that. I don't keep any of it, and half of it goes to veterans. And Patriot Pride will help me with that. And then the other half is going to be in a kitty for streamers that get mixed up in stuff that they can't, they don't have all their money to maybe get FOIAs or stuff like that to help with some of their cases, because there is a few cases right now that are actually bullying cases. And these people have had to go to lengths to get any kind of help. And it's been really tough on them. And I noticed that there was more people with problems than just our friends. I noticed that there was other streamers that were having difficulties, not similar to having a sheriff that didn't like you, but having other people not like you and taking things out on you and making you have to have court appearances. The money runs out sometimes, and I don't know how much it's going to be. You know, I don't know how many of you guys are going to get that 3rd level ever, but I had to make the offer. I had to make it right because I've always given, and that's what I do. And, you know, I'll make sure I eat and keep dog and cat food. I made myself laugh on that one. You know, and I don't need much. I'm pretty simple, you know, putting my hands outside in the flowers and planting things. I love that. You know, I love my plants. So it's good. It's good for you. And I just wanted you guys to know that number 3 level is going to definitely get split in 2 pieces. And I'll always be able to give you the rundown on it, and I'll get to tell you where it goes and what and how much it goes. Thank you. Dee is going to make me a spreadsheet so I can keep track. So I know, and I can tell you guys. And you guys know it's worth it because you know that it's going to charity and not just people's pockets, you know, and we're helping, we're paying back, you know. And I know everybody can't do stuff that I do. I do it because, and sometimes I can't do it, but I do it until it hurts or till I bleed. You know what I mean? I've just always been that way. Hi, Fat Redial. Thank you for everything and adding to the package, dear. It was so nice of you. And I was just explaining to everybody about it, that some part of that package will also go to something, you know, some other cause, you know what I mean? At least a portion of it needs to, and the stream needs to stay up and all that good stuff. But yeah, I think it's the right thing. And welcome to you too, my friend. Thank you. So I went over the memberships for you guys. I can't believe I made it that far. I got here. And thank you guys. If I have thanked you before, I'm sorry. I need to thank you again because I'm truly grateful and I couldn't do it by myself. So we are going to talk about one amendment of the Constitution. Like I do, I like to give you one at least every show until we're run out, and then I'll give you something else, or we'll go back over them. It's just always good to know these kind of things. We're going to do number 7 amendment of the U.S. Constitution. It guarantees the right to a jury trial in federal civil lawsuits for disputes exceeding $20. It also prevents appellate courts from overturning factual decisions made by a jury. It is one of the what did I write? Oh my gosh, Nikki. Functional. Is it functional? Might be functional. It could be. I kind of scribbled. Sorry, guys. Functional Bill of Rights. Protections thought generally applies to federal courts rather than state courts. So because I screwed that up, I'm going to do it one more time for you guys. I'm so sorry. Number 7 Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. It guarantees the right to a jury trial in a federal civil lawsuit for disputes exceeding anything over $20. It also prevents appellate courts from overturning factual decisions made by a jury in one of the fundamental Bill of Rights protections thought generally applies to federal courts rather than state courts. Yay, I did it. It just took me a minute to read my own writing. I hope some of that is understandable. Basically, it means if any civil lawsuits are over the amount of $20, that you have the right, and any decisions that are fact-based can be made by a jury, okay, and put into the Bill of Rights protection so you can be protected. And it applies to federal courts under civil rights rather than state courts. State courts have enough protection, but this federal court, this particular one is very important only because it tells the jury what they can do with the decisions. It tells the court what the decisions are that are made by the jury, and it also protects anything from being overturned. And Corvette girl, hi. And so that's pretty good. You know what I mean? Especially in civil cases. And I don't know a lot of civil cases that are under $20, to be quite honest. So our affirmation for today, before we start into this and dive in, our affirmation to today is, I can handle challenges with strength and courage. Okay? And just one more time. I can handle challenges with strength and courage. I did that today in a lot of ways. And I'm really proud of myself. And the strength in my maturity and just, yeah. I'm very proud of myself. I've never quite been so proud of myself, to be quite honest. I have in, superficial ways, but not in genuine ways. So, where am I? Am I turned around, you guys? Okay, can you see? Boop. Oh, you can't really see it there. Let's see. That helps. Can you see it a little bit? Here's our candle for today. today. And I forgot to move my butt over so we could blow out the candle from last show. Can you guys see it? Okay, there it is. Affirmation is said. So the respect is there. Always. Always gotta respect. Especially people that aren't here anymore. So here we go. Oh my gosh, you're a new member? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I got to get it up here. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I'm sorry, you guys. I have to do this. I have to be appreciative of people. I have to do it. Oh, thank you so much. Wow. And then we got a woohoo. Yes, woohoo. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Woohoo! I'm a nut. You might take that membership back after you realize I'm a nut. Just kidding. Okay, let me get a quick drink because I don't want to have that problem of the can't talk and whatever, that coughing fit. Oh my goodness. Okay, cool. I hope everybody can hear really, really, really well. And thank you, TC. Thank you, TC681. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. Appreciate all of you. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Here we go. So our first story. Well, as soon as we get into that, I want to tell you about some of these statistics and some of this information. The information is, the number is 352,390 unsolved unalivings was estimated only recently for Illinois and New York combined. It shot mine all out the water. So I had to go refigure how many really are missing from the United States. Not from the world specifically, but just from our United States. I had to go back there and do some more digging because these two states absolutely, with their new countings, blew it out of the water. I mean, this goes to show you and me how much violence there really is out there. Thank you for getting that sticker, the little emoji. Thank you, sweetheart. I was 18 or 19 years old then. Okay, so it's 352,390 unsolved unalivings estimated for Illinois and New York. And it's an estimation. It's not perfect, but it is an estimation. Since these states provide only partial data for the number of clearing cases, the total number of homicides in this report is taken from the FBI's Uniform Crime Report. It is greater than the totals found in the FBI's Supplementary Unaliving Report. More police departments report UCR's data, which is required for departments to quality for Justice Department grants. Cases that are reportedly cleared. Not the year it was or happened, but this year statistics. And our first story goes. The body of Amy Maljevic, 10 years old, was found in Ruggles Township, Ohio, on February 8th of 1990. She had been abducted from a Bay Village shopping center 3 months earlier. No suspects had ever been named, although police have been exploring some leads in recent years. Poor Amy. Despite extensive investigation and publicly investigating and talking about it and keeping it in the public, the gunman who unalived 5 people, including 2 children, at a Los Cruces, New Mexico bowling alley on February 10th of 1990, never to be identified or apprehended. I think I'm going to do it at the end. I think we could do the moment of silence at the end, if that's okay with you guys. Because I'd like to get through them and not, crumble. Hi. Hi, honey. Oh, hi, Christian. How are you doing, honey? Nice to see you. So our next story goes. Michael Fleming, 19 years old, was shot and unalived on February 24th of 1990 by an assailant near a reggae nightclub on the north side of Chicago. Despite having an alibi and physical differences from a description of the unaliver, Letheriel Boyd was picked out of a lineup and later convicted. Subsequently, investigators and media reports found significant flaws in the initial prosecution's reports. Boyd was later exonerated after more than 20 years in prison. Following this exoneration, the original unaliving case remains unsolved. Sorry, Michael. Our next case, number 3, Danny Rodriguez. He was 22, whose stage name was D-Boy Rodriguez, was an American Christian rap artist who was unalived in Dallas, Texas, on October 6th of 1990 by a persons unknown. The murder remains unsolved. The next one, Mary Jo Frug, 50 years old, a feminist professor teaching at New England Law in Boston, was attacked and stabbed to death by an unknown assailant on the streets of Cambridge, Mass. On April 4th of 1991. Her unaliver has not been found. Mindy Lemaire. Mindy Lemaire, 11 years old, disappeared from Talina, Alaska on August 22nd of 1991 and was found unalived 10 days later. After being unalived, they got a suspect, Charles Smithhart, was charged and convicted with unaliving her, but the decision was overturned, and he later died from lung cancer, leaving her case very unsolved. Our next case, Corey LeMaster, 17 years old, a formerly unidentified female American unalived victim, was unalived in 1993 after running away from home. LeMaster was found unalived on January 29th of 1994. LeMaster's identity was unknown for the next 19 years, and her unaliving remains a mystery. guys ready for this one? This one's very interesting, to say the least. Brett Connor, 25 years old, part owner of the Dragonfly nightclub in Hollywood, California. He was found stabbed to unaliving in his nearby home on July 30th of 1993. No suspects have ever been identified. The case gained renewed attention a year later when O.J. Simpson's defense team successfully petitioned the court, trying for the unalivings and being tried for the unalivings of Nicole Brown Simpson, his ex-wife, and Ronald Goldman for access to the case file, on the grounds that the way in which all three were stabbed suggestively the same way until unaliving. Since Goldman had worked for Cantor as a waiter and Nicole Simpson was a regular at Dragonfly, some books about the case have raised the possibility that the three unalivings may have also resulted from an involvement in drug trafficking. Wow. What a different perspective on it, huh? Why they all hung together. That's so interesting. Different perspective on it. Very different perspective. Do I believe it? They say books. You know, a book is written by a human. You know, usually, you know, it's nonfiction or fiction. Those are pretty much the two demographics of a book. You know, it's either true or not true. And then some can be biographies, you know, by the person sitting there and giving the information to somebody that is a writer and they're writing it. Those, to me, it's coming out of that person's mouth to a pen and paper. And if they didn't like what the pen and paper said, it just seems like that they would make sure to check that before any books ever came out. Just my opinion. I mean, I could be wrong about that. I've never been a book writer, but it just seems to me when you make statements like that one that was just made, and I took that out of, it was the Hollywood Wire. Usually I tell you guys the references. It's Hollywood Wire. One book about the unalivings. It doesn't say unalivings, but you know, unalivings of Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman. There's one, I think one or two books like that gets said in that book. And I can't remember the third one, but there was a third book that was written that also has that claim in it. So who knows? But I like to tell you where I get my information, just so if there's ever any questions, I can just say this is where I read this, or this is where I saw this, or this is what video I watched, or whatever, you know. Chelsea X Crime, hi honey. Yeah, they really did. You're so right. They really did. And I don't even, it's amazing. Like, I just don't understand why so many, except for the last time that we had this conversation, Chelsea, we actually kind of discovered more or less that I think that we discovered more or less that they're outnumbered. Ellie is outnumbered. You know, they can do the best they can at trying to solve something or help somebody's family, but truthfully, they just, if they're outnumbered, they're outnumbered. And if you've got a whole bunch of people on even a manhunt or something like that, and it's a state situation, it's like every case takes precedence. So if there's a case like it just now, This is my opinion. There's a case that I was watching that they work on a case. They get a case set to them. But other entities and people in other realms of law enforcement they have to come in with their expertise in these different areas. And they also come in, be it DNA, be it any kind of lab, anything, strands, hairs, fibers, blood, I hope I can say this word, semen, any of those factors. We can find things out nowadays. They had no idea what was going on in the 50s and the 40s, and they had to do it by their instincts and following clues. And I think more or less, me saying this makes me feel like that's a lot of what we've done with this Nancy case. And I think that we, as a journalistic society, and if we don't write anymore with pens, we type it, And so we're always sending information somewhere or to someone, either be it social media, here, everything's on computers, everything, emails, all of that stuff now. So there's trails pretty much to everything that you look up or you look at. And some things are not as good. And it's hard because it stays on your computer. You can clean it. You can do all these things if you had to do it for some reason, like say for a crime. It just seems like it would never be clean enough, in my opinion, because I was listening to one of the officers. I was listening, and they were saying even IP addresses. If you lift one IP address up and then you go to the next, and it may take a while, but they eventually get to the original. You can hide it for a long time, but you can't hide it from everybody, Oh, Bad Ash, hi honey, 936, welcome. Yes, digital trail, Chelsea, you're absolutely correct, honey. It's a digital trail, and we cannot run from those. That's why it is so unimaginable to me that this case and those cases go on for as long as they do. It's unimaginable because I don't understand it. Because with all the technology and all the data and all the information we have now that they didn't have then, and they solved some good cases, some tough cases, look at the Capone and Elliot Ness. He didn't have anything. They just barely had office phones. Everything was written on a little pad. It's amazing some of the crime scenes and things that have been cleared or made sense of in the past, because it had to be hard. The job had to be 3, 4, 5 times tougher because you did not have what you have now at your fingertips. You had to beat the streets. You had to get out on the streets and look. You had to go from clue to clue and follow the clues, and we used to see, if anybody's around my age or things like that, they know, or any kind of old crime shows, they always used to say that. You know what I mean? Let's go beat the street. Can't find it in here. And they get off their butts and off their desk and they go in the streets. And you don't get that anymore. There's computers and all the police automobiles. Everything's at your fingertips. Pretty soon they won't be putting cuffs on you anymore. They'll be able to just let go of the cuffs and they'll just attach to your wrists. Seriously, all the work that these officers did back in those days, these officers don't do in these days. And look at all the things that they have at their fingertips that they could use to solve these cases. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird when they come back and say they don't know, and the theories are lost, or they're not sure, or, there's been a lot of speculation, and there's been a lot of people questioning things, and everybody's got their own opinions. But in this particular case, and these are things that I can talk about, these are my opinions. This isn't a group. This is not our group's opinions. So it's not all the people that found some information out, but it's my personal. And I'm just thinking that, for one thing, putting myself in their place as a child would be horrific. If you had no knowledge of anything, it would be horrific. To lose or have a parent, you can't explain it. It's in the air. Like, did she just disappear in thin air? Like, there's got to be something. You know what I mean? So as a child, you would question that all the time. Now I'm talking about me. I'm just giving you my scenario, okay? And I want you guys to think about this later on for you guys. This is a totally different thing I'm throwing at you guys. So, my scenario is, if we had cards and dinner and I took Mom home, I'd have helped her in this house. This is me. It's Nikki and my mom. I'd have opened the garage. I'd have said, hold on, Mom. Let me get around there and help you. And I know she would have said, oh, I can do it. Just give me a minute, or something like that. And I'd have said, Mom, wait for me. I'll be right there. And I would have turned the car off as a child. You guys think about this. As a child, I would turn the car off and go around to the side of the car, and I'd help my mother inside. Mother-in-law, mother, doesn't quite matter to me. They both should get the same respect. So I'd help my mom in. Bags, purses, canes, whatever. And I'd probably even ask her, Mom, do you want me to pull into the garage for you? There's enough room for my car to fit in, and we could just let you out that way. Or do you want me to let you out right here at the garage, and then I'll help you in and stuff and get you settled? Real simple questions. And I know my mom. My mom would say, oh, I want you to come in. But she wouldn't want me to help her. She'd tell me, I want you to come in. Come in before. You're going to stay here, Nikki, or are you going to go stay at the family, at one of the family's houses? Because that's what I do. And then I would tell her, how you feeling? You all right, Mom? And she'd say, yeah, I'm going to get ready to take my 10 o'clock meds. I'd say, let me get something to drink. What do you want to drink with that? This is Nikki. Mom, what do you want to drink with that? You want me to get you something? You want me to start a fire for you? Is it cool enough in here? Too cold? I'd make sure my mom is comfortable. So would my husband. I thought about this. After last night, I had to really think. Use common sense, Nikki. Use common sense. And I said to myself, I'd light a fire for her. I'd light one of the Duraflame logs that she's got a bazillion in the garage. Knowing my mom, she'd be the exact same way to have a bazillion logs. But she has one of those turn-on gas ones in Vegas, because they don't barely need heat. So I'd ask her, you want me to bring in a case of water for you and put it in the fridge for you? That's me. And she'd probably say, no, if you come by tomorrow, you can do it for me. I got enough for tonight. It's me. It's me and my mom. I'd say, Mom, anything else you need tonight? Because I might go out with the family. We might go out in the strip. So if you need something, Tell me right now, or I'll keep my phone on. And if you need anything, you give me a holler. Simple. Very simple. Oh, I'll be fine. I got my meds. Thank you so much for helping me take my meds and getting me something to drink. I'm a little chilly. Would you mind maybe putting the pot on the stove and heating it up for me? And I'll grab it when it whistles. Because she loves tea at night. I said, sure, Mom. I would do that. Anything else, Mom? Because I want you to be all right. Hey, Mom, did we ever get that security system hooked up for you? Did we ever make sure, because money's not an object, Mom. Got plenty of it. And if I can't spend it on my mother, who am I going to spend it on? Besides my children and myself. So, Mom, are you okay? Oh, I don't need all that security stuff. Yeah, you do, Mom. You live in Las Vegas. You need it. It's dark out here. Not a lot of street lights. I would prefer if you had it. I would prefer that we paid for you to have it. And between me and my brother, it's not an issue. And your grandchildren, not an issue. We can take care of that, Mom. Doesn't even have to be a bill for you. You never even have to look at it. But you can see everything on your phone. Hi, pretty little clues. So, now that we've gotten that, Mom's decided, okay, go ahead and get me a subscription. Doesn't cost very much, does it, Nick? And I'd say, Mom, why do you care if it costs anything? We have plenty of money. Hi, Dread Lover. And then my mother would say, you sure, right? Because I don't want to bother you guys, and I can pay for it. No, Mom, don't worry about it. We got it. Oh, thank you, kids. That's so kind of you. Anything for you, Mom. Anything for you. Then I thought to myself, as I'm leaving Mom's house, Mom, you got your alert on? You got that alert on, right? Oh, I don't like that thing, Nikki. I do not like to wear it around my neck. Well, how is anybody supposed to know if you're okay or not, Mom? Well, did I tell you I got the bracelet instead? I don't want to wear that thing. I don't like the necklace thing. It looks all weird, and people look at you like all your friends look at you like you're supposed to push a button all the time. And I don't like that, Nikki. I don't like that. It messes my clothes. I don't like it. So I got myself a bracelet. I said, oh, hi, Garden. I said, oh, Mom, you got a bracelet? How does that work? Very easy, my darling. You just push this little button right here, and it goes right straight to 911. Wow, Mom, that is really cool. How much does that cost a month? Oh, I pay a little service, Nicolette. I probably pay, $20 or $30 a month to have the alert bracelet. Mom, why don't you give me that bill? Let us take care of it. Let us take care of it. Are you sure? You always ask that. Yes, I'm sure. I got plenty of money. Plenty of money. Between me and your son and your grandkids, we got plenty of money to help you. Okay, Nikki. Okay, as long as you're sure. You bet I am, Mom. You've done nothing but take care of us. So you bet I am. You bet I'm sure. Okay, you're just picking up extra bills for me. I said, Mom, I told you there's plenty of money, not a problem. Okay. I can't get my mail anymore, Nicolette. My mother calls me Nicolette when I'm in trouble or she's serious. She says, I can't get my mail. I can't walk that far anymore. What should I do? It takes me so long to get there. I said, really? I said, let me talk to the mailman. Let me talk to the mailman. And let's see, since he been delivering here for years and years, and you like to give those little Christmas bonuses and all that, Mom, let me talk to the mailman. And then or mail lady, mail person, let me talk to them and see if we can get maybe your mail at least sit on the porch. And you'll know what time of day and all that because they come at the same time, right, Mom? Oh, just like clockwork. Good. Then we'll go ahead and make sure that your mail now gets closer to the house so you don't have to walk so far. Simple. What else, Mom? Anything else you need right now that I can help you with? Well, maybe I could use a little bit of extra help cleaning around here because, I'm 84. I can't bend down and do all that stuff anymore. I can't reach everything. Oh, okay. So who you want to come into the house? You want a cleaning lady? Do you want somebody to help you? What are you asking? Do you want to do something like that? Well, I don't ever want to, but I sure could use the help because my house, people don't say it's immaculate anymore, Nicolette. Oh, and that bothers you, Mom? Oh, yes, because, I took pride in a clean home, honey. I understand, Mom. So do you want me to hire somebody or do you already know somebody through your old lady gang in Las Vegas? You know somebody already? I'm sure one of your girlfriends got somebody. Oh, yes, they do. And I'm going to find out what her wage is. And I said, Mom, don't worry about what her wage is. Tell her what days you need her to come in. Or ask her, does this work in her schedule? And, what you're going to pay her and what she requires and all that good stuff. Okay, honey. Just do it, Mom, and just make sure me or my brother get the bill. And we got you. Unless you want me to put it in your account for you and let you go ahead and there'll be plenty in there, Mom. You can't spend it all. So do you want me to do that or do you want me to just be responsible for your bills? Oh, I don't care either way. Okay, Mom, you got it. Thank you, Badass. So I say, what about the pool, Mom? It's monsoon season. I said, what are you gonna do when everything goes into the pool and your little vacuum doesn't get it? What are we gonna do? Because you get upset about that pool not being clean, Mom. 90% of the people that own homes in Vegas have a pool because it's so darn hot. So you got to keep them clean, Mom, or they grow algae and all that kind of stuff. And if you can't do it anymore, let me go ahead. Let's find somebody. We'll call a bunch of the pool companies, or I'll call a couple people in the family and see who they use, and we'll get you somebody. Okay, Nicolette, but that's another bill. Mom, don't worry about bills. Don't worry about it. I got it. I make plenty of money to take care of my mother like she took care of me for years and years. Don't worry about it, Mom. Keep your money. Spend it on what you want to do. Go take trips with your girlfriends. Have some fun. Make sure you get a wheelchair. Make sure you got somebody to push you. If you got a problem with that, we'll figure that out too, Mom. Well, what about my medicines and my pacemaker and these things too, Nicolette? Oh, we'll get it all worked out, Mom, so you're able to be footloose and fancy-free and able to have a little fun. Okay, that's another bill again. I said, Mom, don't worry about that. So we got, 3, 4 bills now. Mom, what you going to do about this big yard? You can't mow it. You can't do it. Is somebody over here taking care of it? Well, the neighbor boy was doing it. But he went off to college, so I don't have anybody. I said, you don't have anybody to mow your yard and keep up with all your trees and stuff? I said, oh, we'll get somebody. Not a problem. Well, I have that extra pool house out there. When you hire or get that gal and talk to that gal about helping me clean around here, Could you make sure you let her know, Nicolette, that we have to clean the pool house too? Because there's a bed out there. And we want to make sure that we keep it neat in there for when family wants to visit. Sure, Mom. I'll make it clear to her, Mom. Or him. Whatever you prefer. Well, I do need a handyman. Because, there's not very many of you kids live here. And everybody else is busy when they're here. So I'm going to need a handyman. So can you help me find a handyman? Sure, Mom. Let's find a handyman. So now we got the pool taken care of, the yard taken care of. We got a handyman that'll come out anytime she needs it. She got a housekeeper that comes and gets her house back to immaculate. Let's see what else we got. Oh, and we got the mailman delivering the mail closer to the house so she doesn't have to walk so far. So we've solved a lot of problems just wanting to take care of our mom in the right way. And we've helped her inside and make sure she took her medicine, got her something to drink, set the fireplace up for her, burned a log, put the tea kettle on the stove, asked her if she was okay for the rest of the time by herself. Oh, yes. Okay, Mom. I'm going to lock you up. Oh, I like to keep the doors unlocked sometimes. What? You don't keep doors unlocked, Mom, not in this age and time. You don't do that. You got a lock, Mom. Plus, you got an alarm now. And it goes to somebody. We're paying the subscription. Me and my brother. So now, you've got an alarm service, all that, but you need to lock the doors. Otherwise, the alarm system doesn't do you any good, Mom. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I said it would behoove you. It'd be a good idea. Okay, Nicolette, I'll lock the doors just because you told me. I said, Mom, it's dark out here. There's no lights. You don't even leave your porch light on, Mom. You leave the back one on, but what if somebody doesn't pay attention to it or you can't see out there? It doesn't help you in the front. Let me have my brother come. Let's call him and have him come put a couple more lights in for you. Or do you want the handyman to do it? Just closer to the house so you can see things. Not in the street or by the street, but just for you, Mom. Just so you can see clearly when you're looking outside at night and you want to look through your cameras. You're able to see something because there's some lights on. Normally, there's not any lights on, and it's darn hard for you to see your hand in front of your face. So let's do that. Let's put just a few more, maybe some poles, a couple little light poles up for you. What do you think? Okay, if you think that'll help me with being able to see, absolutely, Mom. When it's pitch black out here and there's no street lights, there's nothing but the only thing that lights you up is either house lights, outside lights on your house, or your car headlights. I think it's a good idea. Okay, then have your brother come and put the poles in. Okay, I sure will. What else do you need, Mom? Oh, I think I might be fine now. I think I just might be fine. I said, okay, we're going to take care of the pool house. We're going to take care of the pool, the yard, all of it. And you got a housekeeper. Now, can you cook? I know you can because you fed me for years. But can you cook now? Is it hard to do? Give me a rundown, Mom. If it's too hard for you to stand at that stove and cook yourself some food every night or something like that, let's set up a takeout for you or a service that brings you dinners, lunches. Let's get that going. Even if you don't eat it that day, you'll be in the fridge for the next day. Then you aren't on your feet, Mom, because you can barely walk. That is so sweet of you. What a great daughter and what a great son and I said, Mom, that's how people are supposed to take care of the elderly in their family. The people that are important to them, the people that are the people that, if they weren't here, the glue would be broken in these families. Absolutely. You bet, Mom. Whatever you need, and if you need anything, I'm going to go back home. My brother lives right down the way. He lives about, probably 6 to 10 miles away from you, Mom. Is that going to be all right? Oh, yes. I know all the neighbors. I've been here before any of those houses were even here. Yeah, I know, Mom. I just want you to be okay. And I worry. And I know that you are very independent and very, very stubborn. And I know it's hard for you to agree to anything. But this is not just for you. It's peace of mind for your kids. Because we love you and we care about you. And I don't want anything to happen to you, Mom. And if we need to start ordering your groceries in, let's do that too. Let's make life real fun and simple for you, Mom, so you get to enjoy what you want to do. So I'm going home. I'll call and check on you every day. I love you, Mom. I'll see you in a month, couple months. As soon as I can get free time, I'll be here. Because you're one of the most important things to me in my life. And I wouldn't be here without you. Oh, Nicolette, wait a minute before you leave. You know I've been having some trouble with my car. I think I need to get it into the mechanics, and I need them to take a look. My wheel's feels a little funny. Okay, Mom. I said, well, I'll have my brother do that too. Can he do that? Come and make the appointment and take the car in anytime? Oh, yes. I said, okay, we got that solved too. Well, anything else you can think of? And she was like, no, when I get my doctor's appointment, I'll call your brother and I'll have him take me. Perfect, Mom. Perfect. Any problems? Let me know. Okay. Kiss, kiss. Love you, Mom. See you next time. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days, 8 days, 9 days, 10 days. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. Hello? Nikki? Yeah? This is your brother. Mom's missing. Mom's missing? I just saw her. I was just there. What do you mean she's missing? I thought we were doing subscriptions and getting everything together on all their stuff. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We're working on it. We're getting it all together. I said, okay, but why is she missing? Check her friends. Oh, no, they're the ones who called me. She didn't make it to the girls' thing with the old lady gang. Oh, she didn't? Huh. I think you need to call the police. Don't wait, call them now. Because if something's wrong, we need to find her immediately and be able to get her to a doctor. If something's wrong with Mom. And she doesn't walk very far. So how could she just up and walk away? Doesn't make sense, and I don't believe that. I believe that she's either with one of her friends or there's been some foul play of some sort. Because if she ain't at the neighbors and she's not with her friends, then let me get on the plane. I'll be right there. Let me reschedule and get everything arranged, and I'll be flying out. I'll see you in the next day. Anything transpires, happens before I get there, let me know. Click. My brother goes and he calls the hospitals, goes and checks the hospitals, does all his due diligence, like I've asked him to do. Tell him I'll be there tomorrow. I'll get the next red eye out. Let me finish my day at work, and I'll be there to help you. I would have shown up, and I would show up with probably some of my kick around tennis shoes, some of my boots. I've been prepared. I'd have been prepared to look for her to eternity. As soon as I got there, I wouldn't call anybody. I would go. I wouldn't say a word to anyone until I arrived. The element of surprise is always the best. I get there. My brother says, "Oh my gosh, we've got to put the word out. How are we going to get the word out to everybody?" Simple. It's social media. It's TV. We can use a lot of different avenues that you and I have. You do this and I do this, and let's use them. Let's go as far as we can go to get our mom. Sounds good, sis. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let me go get dressed. I'm going to start searching. Sounds good, brother. I'm going to search too, but I'm going to go this way. You go that way. Let's see what we come up with. And on the way, stop by and get your friends. I'll stop by and tell my friends. We'll get the word out. People that know her very closely, knows every little dimple on her face. We'll go to them first and tell every single one of them why we're looking. Now I'll probably swing through the law enforcement offices and I'll ask them, "Do you have an update on my mother?" Not a public update, just an update for us and the family. Do you have any ideas where she could be? No, but we'll find her because she probably wandered off. I don't think my mom could wander off. But if you think so, I'm willing to try whatever because I want my mother back. I asked my brother, "Do you think it's my fault? Because I don't think it's your fault." And he says, "Nikki, I don't think it's your fault either." I said, "Thank you. Let's find her. Let's find her. Let's go make flyers, signs. Let's go do it. Let's do everything we can do and pass them out to everyone we know. And if we get enough signs with stakes on them, we can take them to all the neighbors and the different areas of neighborhoods, and we can put a stake in their ground that has our mother's face on it. So anybody that passes by any of these neighborhoods can see my mother's face. Don't you think that's a good idea?" I think that's a great idea, sis. Let's do it. I bet if we were really nice to these people out front that are reporting on this, I bet you that they would take it upon themselves to do a little looking themselves too. The more eyes, the better. The more hands, the better. If you find something, we should have a contact number. So if we find something, we can notify each other, and the person that's got the sheriff or the police officer or the city police officer or the FBI or the DEA or whoever in law enforcement, whoever they're closest to, maybe you could tell them I found something and they could come check it out for themselves. We'll stay here until they come. We won't touch anything, not with a stick, not with anything, because I want my mother found. Okay, sis, no problem. Hey, we know that guy that does that radio station. Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, I forgot. He owes me a favor anyway. Let's go talk to him. Hey, can you get me and my brother on your radio station a couple different times so we can start shouting out about our mom? So we can get the word out. We've been going to friends' houses, spreading the word that way, social media, but radio, TV, that'd really help. That'd really help. Okay, I'll call the radio, you call the TV. And let's figure out when we can set up a time with them. They always want interviews with us anyway. They want to know what we're doing, who we're doing it with, and where we're doing it. So come on over and let's do some interviews. Can you guys be here? Can you be here so we can all be sitting here together when we do the television and we're trying to spread the word and we want her back? Yeah, I can be here. You guys can all be here? Okay, cool. So I'll let you guys know when the TV station comes, or the news station, and the time. So you guys be here. Okay. You come to the radio station. Okay, I will. My brother calls me and he says, get over here. We got this radio interview. Wonderful. Let's go. Can you guys help us find our mom? Our mom is 5'3". She weighs approximately 120 pounds, soaking wet. She's a cute little tiny thing. And she's so kind. And she's got white towhead blonde hair. And she has a few little freckles. Sometimes they show up a little bit around here. And she's lovely. And would you help me, please? Everyone out in the public in our great state of Arizona, where I come from. I was born somewhere else, but Arizona's been my home my entire life. Can you guys help me? And if you know any connections down on the border, that'd be great. Because the more people that know, the better off we are. Sure, I'll let everybody know. And matter of fact, I have a friend that runs a radio station in Mexico right across the border. Would you like me to call them and let them know? Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you so much. And can you let everybody know that there's a huge reward? Huge reward. I don't even need to tell you how much it is right now, because trust me, it's huge. Because I'll pay anything to get my mother back. You don't even have to send me ransoms, because I want my mother back that bad. I don't care if it costs me everything I have right now. We'll figure it out, but I want her back. Oh, okay. I'll let everybody know it's a huge ransom. You don't need to put a dollar sign on it. Just let them know it's big. Big as they ever saw, and they can buy as many houses as they want. Boats, cars, I'll make it worth their while. I want my mama back. It's my mama. I can't do this to my children. My children are young. I want them to know their grandma. I want them to be around their grandma. And enjoy her like I enjoyed her growing up. So let's do everything we can. Honey, how much you got in your bank account? Because I just promised almost everything I've got to get my mama back. I hope you'll cover everything for this year till I can make another wage doing a new game show or something. So you got us, right? Okay, because you're going to have to cover the bills so I can get my mama back. No problem, honey, whatever it takes. Thank you, my darling. I knew you would say that. Oh, we're going to do the TV interview? Oh, good. Did you get all the grandkids and the family together? I think it's better when we're in numbers and we're all showing support. They're old enough to know they're going to know their grandmother's missing, so it's better to come from my mouth. So I'd like them to be sitting right here by me. And you can put our sister, that's our sister, you can put her over there with her child. Because she's going to weep and she's going to carry on and she's going to do all this stuff. And I need to get through this interview. Because I need them to know how serious I am about getting my mother back. It's not a joke to me. And I want people to know it. So I need to come correct and I need to be serious. So come on and let's do this. And I want everybody in their best behavior, and I want everybody, this is about grandma. It's not about us. As I'm looking at our distant sister, please don't make a mockery of this. You can have shed a few tears, but please don't make a mockery of this. We trying to get our mom back, okay? Okay? So maybe you should just let me talk. And then we'll just put our brother right here, and then we'll put the kids right here because I want them to see the grandchildren. I want them to see what I see. And she's a grandmother, and she loves it. Okay, let's do it. It's a family affair. It sure is. And I'll be as gentle as I can with as many details as I can give you about my mother, especially what she was wearing, the last thing I believe her to be wearing. I'll let you know that. I'll let you know what her color of hair is. I know we keep showing pictures, and pictures, people dye their hair. They like to do things with their hair. So maybe we should give descriptions and give our own description. Okay, I'll give a description. Everybody going to get a description? Might as well. We'll all conglomerate or put them together, our descriptions, and we'll let them know everything at one time. Oh, that's a good idea. I think so too. Hey, before we do this interview, I have a quick question for you. I know that your studio is here, because I used to work at your studio. But I just wanted to know, can we run this all the time, please? I want to run this, and then I want me and my sister and my brother to run a different one. I want to show the compassionate grandparent side, and then I want to show that's our parent side. I want to show that. And I want to show and say the things I want to say, and I want to say that I'm ready to give you money. I'm ready to give you some money. Bring my mama back, please. That's all you need to know. We can meet somewhere. We can make a meeting place. We can figure it all out. It might take a minute, but we can get it figured out. I'm willing to go anywhere. I'm willing to meet you anywhere. If it brings my mama back. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't even need to what do I need to do? You just need to call me. Pretty simple. You don't have to send it. You don't have to email it. You don't have to write a letter. Just call me. Because wherever you are and my mama is, that's where I'll be. And so you're not playing games. And I know you're not playing games. Me and my siblings are going to take precaution. We're going to come up with our own terms and things like that. But you'll get that money. Trust and believe that. You got my mama, you got that money. Easy for me. Okay, I'll contact you. Sounds great. How long should I wait before you give me proof that my mama's still good? Because I'm going to need to know that you ain't done nothing to my mom, and I'm going to need her to tell me that. Is that going to be a problem? No, it shouldn't be a problem at all. Good. Because we only on the first couple days of this, and I want to get my mom back immediately. Because the longer you have her, the longer I don't know what's going on with her, and I don't know how she's being treated. So I need her back immediately. So let's do this. Let's get this solved. You want money? I want my mom. Well, do you need to call somebody and check and see if you need to get that? No, it's my money. I don't need to check on anything. You just need to figure out where I'm going to meet you so I can get my mama back. And I'm going to do you one better. I'm not coming for my mom. I'm coming to bring you the money. My family's going to get my mama back because we going to do it like that. We going to play you like you trying to play us. Everybody's going to be in a different spot. And whoever's closest to where you tell us our mom is, then you get paid. Until then, you don't get no money. You want the money? I want my mama. Simple. Simple for me. Oh, okay, I'll get back to you right away and we'll figure this out. And I don't want no games. I'm not giving it to you in any way, shape, or form. It ain't getting traced. It ain't getting all this. I'm giving you cash. Is that okay? I don't do it any other way. We're not doing all this weird currency and all that. I like American cash, USA dollars in your hand or in a briefcase, however you prefer and however much it is. But we got to get that figured out because I want my mama back. Okay, I'll get right on it. We'll figure it out, and I'll have somebody, meet your brother with your mom, and then I'll let you know where I am, or I'll have you where I am, and let them do their thing, and then we do our thing, and it'll be a public situation. Sounds great? Sounds great. Let's do it. Let's get it over with. I want her back. She needs to have her medicine. I don't know what you've been doing to her. I want my mom. And you better not have touched her. And you better not have touched one hair on her head. Because if you did, your money's getting lower and lower. Because my brother's going to tell me. Don't think you're playing with people that are stupid. You're not. You're playing with very intelligent people that can make very intelligent decisions. For God's sakes, I used to have a law degree. And I still got one if I do the bar again, and read and make sure I pay for it. But I got a law degree. I'm not a dummy. Okay, I'll get right on it. And you said you can meet anywhere in the United States of America, and then some. Let me know. But I need proof that my mother is good. And I need her to tell me. Because then I can go from there. If you can't show me that and you can't prove that to me, guess what? I'm going to know you're lying. And I'm going to not need any ransom letters. I'm not going to need any of that because I know you're not telling me the truth because I haven't spoke to my mother. That's the only thing I need from you. It's not hard. It's real easy to do. Everybody's got a phone nowadays. I don't care about tracing your number or anything. I really don't care about that. I just want my mom. Give me a burner number. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not coming after you after I give you the money because I'm going to have my mother. That's the most important thing to me right now. Not work. My children are most important also. So is my husband. But right now, they're not in crisis, but my mother is. And I can't just live my life and go to work and my mother be out there somewhere. I have to go and get her. And I have to do whatever I can to make that happen. So I'm sure that my big time job will let me back when I'm done with this. Because I'm sure they understand that if it was them, I'm sure they would get where I'm coming from. And God forbid it ever be one of them. That's what they should be thankful for. And give me the time off that I require. And that game show, they can hold on for me for right now. They want me that bad. And I've already signed contract. I'm not getting out of the contract. I just need a little reprieve. I just need a little revision on it. And I just need a little bit of time so I can find my mother. And I can give you everything that I've got to give for your new TV show. Because I'm going to be whole again. Because my family, I'm going to know where everybody's at. And that they're good. So if you can't do that, I guess I'm going to have to break the contract, probably give some of the money back to you, and I'll have to find another gig. But I still have my original gig. So how much money is too much money? How much money do you really need to live on, to raise your children? How much is too much? So now we've made a deal. We're going to meet. My brother's somewhere else. And this fool got we got this other person delivering my mother to my brother. And if she's not good, you're not good. I'm waiting for the phone call. You probably have my wrist attached to the briefcase. So there's no way you can take it unless you're going to cut my wrist off. And I'm going to make sure you don't do that. So how long before they get my mother there? How long? I don't want to waste any more time. Get my mom there. They're on their way. They're going, okay. How much longer do we need to wait? We've waited long enough. Oh, well, they're going to call you. Your brother's going to call you and tell you that she's good. I said, I'm telling you what, if one hair is out of place, there's going to be a problem. And you think I'm a female, so I'm a pushover? Quite opposite. I'm a wonderful person, but you have my family, and I'm not a wonderful person with that. And I'm willing to give you whatever you want to get my person back. Isn't that good enough? What else do you want? You don't want to take lives, because that would defeat the purpose that you are trying to do. You're trying to get money. And if that's all it's about, I'll help you out with that. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Hello? I got mom. Is she all right? Yes, she good. She just shook up, but she good. It don't look like nothing's wrong with her. She don't have no shoes on. She in some jammies. I'm not sure about her medicine, but we'll get that all figured out. I just want to get her out of here and get her home. Okay, we'll talk about it later, as long as she's good to go. I already got her. She's in the car. We're headed out. Okay, brother, I'll see you in a little while. Let me just finish this deal. Here's your money. Here you go. I better never see you again in my natural life. Better never see you on anything. This is enough money for you to start over somewhere. Go start over somewhere and leave people alone. Leave people's families alone. And don't spend this all in one place. That's my best advice to you. Leave people's families alone. Go home. Biggest hug in the world. Biggest love in the world. I can't let her go. Mom, you're home. You're with us. Wrong or right? Good or bad? I'd have done anything. Well, what if I wasn't breathing? Would you have still done anything? What if I wasn't breathing, Nicolette? What if they would have done something to me to make me not breathe? Mama, it wouldn't have mattered. It was you I wanted back, because you deserve the homegoing that you rightfully have earned as a mother, a teacher, a wife, and everything else. You deserve it. I would have made sure that happened at any cost. Thank you, baby. That's all I ever wanted to hear. I just wanted to know that you guys truly love me. And man, you have really proved it. And I just don't know how I ever going to pay you back. You don't have to pay me back. You're my mom. You don't have to pay me back. I should be paying you back. My husband got us. He got enough money to cover bills. We're good, Mom. I just want you to be good. And we're going to take you to the doctor and get you checked out. We're going to make sure everything is tip-top shape for you, Mom. And if you want to take a family vacation somewhere, I'll make that happen. I got time off right now. Let's do it. Let's take the whole family, Mom. Let's celebrate the right way. That's the end of my scenario that I would do for my mom. Whether you agree with me or you don't agree with me, it was very important for me to do this for you. Just for the mere fact that you could kind of see the reality of a situation like this, and you could put yourself into some shoes that maybe didn't belong to you, and they're not even your size. But you could put yourself there as a daughter. You could put yourself there as a granddaughter, a niece, a cousin. Family is family. And if you want your family to continue and you still want to be that family, you would do most anything to help that family member. At least I would. And I needed you guys to know that scenario of how I would handle things. And I thought this was one of the best ways for you to really take a look at possibly what a true scenario could be and what it really looks like. And Mom, thank you. And I'm not wishing anything. And thank you for even letting me do that. And she thought it was a fantastic idea. Because it just, sometimes you have to see somebody saying it and doing it in order to go, oh yeah, that's right. I wouldn't do that. Or I would do that. Or it's simple. If you just take the steps to take care of those elderly people and are responsible for them, then they don't get so lonely. They wouldn't be so vulnerable to the dreads of the world. You wouldn't put them in that vulnerable state because they would have security. They would have somebody constantly coming and going. That was somebody that knew the family. So we would always know what was going on with our mom. It's really simple for me. And I think it's really simple for a lot of you. And I don't understand why it can't be simple for others. But that's neither here nor there. It's for them to figure out theirs. I just wanted to show you mine. Everybody isn't like that. Everybody doesn't think like that. Everybody doesn't give up. They say when you give up, you give in. And when it comes to a parent that's missing, I'm not going to give up nor give in until I have some answers. And if I can't get the answers generally because I ask for them, then I'm going to pay for them. We're going to get answers one way or another. And if these people are waiting for that because they think I have something and I have a name and all this stuff, okay. I can just simply tell them it's in the award money. Oh, well, don't you have your husband, doesn't he have a lot of money? It's in the award money. Well, how much is it? It's in the award money. Do you need to? I don't need a price on my mom's head. Do you need a price on yours? It's award money. Don't worry about what it is. Trust me, it'll take care of you for a long time. It'll be more than you ever thought of asking me for. But is there a question about me handing it over to you? Not in the slightest. Because I know she'd do it for me. And that's the difference. I know she'd do it for me. I hope this brought some kind of clarity to some of the dynamics between families and how it can go. And when you put the most important thing in front of you and your sight is set on those things, you can achieve anything, because your goal is that. Your goal isn't here, there, and everywhere. Your goal is right here. And you only have one. And that's to make sure this person comes home unscathed and unharmed. And if I can't have it that way, then I'll take it the other way, because I want to honor my mother. She's my mom. And that's just how that goes for me. And I hope it wasn't too hard for some of you guys. And I know a lot of you don't have your mothers, and it does mean so much more to you. Hi, Aspen. And it means so much more. And I did need to show that part of it, that it doesn't matter. If you're counting pennies and cents, then what is your family? What is your mother and her bringing your life here? That's got a price on it. So you have a price on you too? Or is there no price at all and you're willing to do whatever? That's really the question. Are you willing to do whatever to get that person back? I am. And I think a lot of you are. So I hope, I hope that you guys, it makes sense to you. You understand what today's show was, because this was really important for me to do this. I really need to give a moment of silence, and I believe it is to 7 individuals, if I counted correctly, and I hope I did. And I can always do one for good faith if I didn't count correctly. So if you guys want to give a moment of silence with me for the missing and the lost, and the unsolved, and ultimately the unjust, I would love that. And thank you all so very much for that. Thanks, you guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to read a little bit of the chat. So I'm going to go backwards just a hair. It'll be backwards so that you guys can understand, that I won't be too confusing, because I'm kind of crazy. Tomorrow night, Patriot, be there, please. 10 o'clock their time, 10:30, West Coast, 7:30. Central 9:30, I believe, if I got that right. And it's going to be very, very interesting. And it's going to really make a lot of you think even more than hopefully I made you think. And just by this simple little scenario that I did for you guys. And I hope it was okay and that you appreciated it, because I really worked hard on it, thinking about how to get the point across about things and how simple it could have been, and it didn't, and it wasn't, and there's reasons for everything. And I just really wanted you to see someone, and I know you guys have all thought about it probably, but to put yourselves in that kind of scenario and go along with it like that, to changing the narrative of it, and making sure that when you were in there and you checked and you didn't see mom, that you called immediately. You didn't wait 58 minutes. You didn't wait 50 minutes. You didn't wait any time. You let the officers know immediately. You let me know immediately. You let all this happen. You call your friends. You get on the phone with the school you work for and anybody that's around during the summertime or the end of winter or fall going into summer. You do everything. You do everything. You don't drive in your car and cover yourself and hide. You don't do that because you want to find her. You don't want to run from her or run from anybody else. Why would you put that even on your plate if you had absolutely zero of anything? Zero anything. Why would you put that on your plate? Why would you put that kind of jacket on yourself? Why would you put a serious jacket on yourself that society will always look at you a little cross-eyed? You didn't see the John Benet Ramsey case? You didn't see how media was? You didn't see how those local stations were? You didn't see how society changed on that family and on that couple, especially on the mom and dad. Once you put these blankets on yourself or coats or jackets and you put that on yourself and you're saying and turning to society and saying, this is the jacket I wear. This is who I think I am. What? Why do you have a jacket on at all? Why aren't you free? Why are you putting that much on yourself to make people look at you a certain kind of way? When maybe it's not that way at all. But you're making everyone seem or feel that it's that way. The city of Tucson. Why aren't they helping? Why aren't they really helping? You have Alex, JLR, Juanita, one of Juanita's friends. They all have signs. And you can see that they have more on the corner that they're on because it's a very busy corner. Why did not one of you stop your car and say, give me a sign? Let me take that to work. Let me take that to this grocery store tonight. Let me show this to this person. Let me put that in my yard. Why? Is society really got that bad where we won't even help each other, but we certainly will hurt each other? We do it all the time. Not us per se. Not talking about us, just talking in general sense. I see it all the time. Somebody wants to make money off of somebody and calling them bad names. They want to paint a character, paint a person with their coloring crayons. But if that's not actually how the person is, because if we know, we watch the person daily. So why are we going to let that person tell us who we watch and care about daily? Why would we do that to ourselves? Why would we rather want drama than calm or justice? Or we want the people that are doing wrongdoings to people to stop it? You're grown adults, but you're certainly not acting like it. I think I could probably say one of your children is probably acts a little bit older than you do, if I was being honest, which I am. I'm tired of it, and I've only been here just a little while. I'll handle it, and I'll do what I need to do. You bet I will. I've never given up on anything. But I can tell you this. As a person similar to like me, like you guys, I know there's a lot of you that don't like that either. I know you think it's stupid. I know you think it's quite dumb and immature and silly, but that's how they've learned to make their money, is talking about other people, and not in a good way. I was always taught that you don't give a hand out, but you give a hand up. And if someone's already struggling, already down on their luck, already having problems, why do you add to them? Why do you add to them? And if you're going to do that, why not tell the truth about the person? Because it's not as fun. It's not as fancy. I won't get the people to watch. Really? I'm not having a problem enjoying myself with these lovely people on a normal basis. And I don't have to talk bad about anybody in particular. I can use scenarios about my own self because I'm not perfect either. But to claim to be and to claim to put other people down, that's why I had to start with what I started with today and said that I'm my own enemy on that. I did a disservice to myself during this whole thing because I shouldn't have pointed those fingers. I shouldn't have pointed that one finger. You know, I should have taken into consideration someone else's feelings. And not saying they had to heal, because that's something that they had to way long time ago. They had to deal with streamers on that. I'm somebody that's on this side of the camera. I'm not there in person. So who am I to point a finger at somebody? I'm not. Now, if the person we're watching feels like they want to do that and they have all the right and justice in the world for it, and this person hasn't been nicer or to them at all, then absolutely. And I got your back. But I'm not going to join in. I'm just going to sit back and support you. If you need me, if you need finances and I've got anything, you got it. If I got support or different kind of support that I could provide you, and I know somebody where you're having trouble, you bet I'm going to send them or have them talk to you, especially if they can help. Whatever it can to be a positive situation, to make it from something negative to positive, I'm going to do whatever I can to try to make that happen. I'm not going to sit back and just accept it. I think we accept too many things in life. And we don't have to fight every single battle because we have to pick and choose. But on some of the respect level battles and the battles that are about people's integrity, and they've already told you who they are, but other people are telling you that they're not that and they're something else, but they've been very honest with you about where they come from, their past, their front, their center. They've been very honest. Then that person wouldn't get a grip from me. They wouldn't get anything from me because you're lying. And you're not being a person that's down here that needs to get along with society and figure it out. You're a person that causes turmoil and adds things to problems. And people like that, society doesn't need. We really don't need people like that in our groups because they don't have anything nice to say about us. And it's sad. And strictly just to make up anything they do and will. And I don't watch. I did one time. And I was so sorry. So sorry. I didn't know any better until I got in there and I realized this wasn't the place for me. And these people are not the people for me. Because I'm not even on their level. They ain't on mine. Because I have integrity. I have love to give. I have respect to give. And I have knowledge to give. And I don't care if people say I talk too much. I don't care, because I told myself I have to talk in order to keep my channel going. It would be a great way for me to be able to express myself in so many different lights when it comes to society, and how a lot of people say they want to be treated, how they're treated is how they reciprocate. That's a lot of people. I don't tend to do that. I tend to do it, and if I don't get reciprocation or a thank you, it doesn't matter to me, because I'm still going to do it. That's what I had to figure out about myself. It didn't matter about anything else. It just mattered about Nikki. It's just what I feel inside. I don't care if they say thank you for holding the door. I don't care. I used to, and I don't, and I haven't for a very long time. Because it's just, those are little things. And I think that we concentrate too much on the little things. And I think sometimes we need to pick the big things out. And I just love you guys. And I know you guys are great, great humans. And thank you for everything that you do over here with me and let me be who I am. You don't try to change me to be anything I'm not. And I really appreciate that, because I really am genuine. And I really do care about y'all. And I see things. I'm not a dummy. I do see things. I watch, I pay attention. My mouth might be moving, but I'm still paying attention. But I like to see some of the people that take those judgments on people, that say those rude things to people like me. I've never had that before. This is my first experience on that kind of rudeness, or per se. I've never been called any of those things about talking too much or anything. It's always come in handy for all my businesses and all my accomplishments and other people's accomplishments. It's worked for everyone. If I didn't talk, a lot of things wouldn't have gotten done here in the state of Oregon. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of chipping in. And I'm proud of all that. And I'm not going to ever lose sight of it. And I'm grateful. And I know I'll be in history books. And at least these ones in this state. And I already know that. And I know where and all that kind of stuff. But it's something I want to be proud of for my family. And my success is my family's success. And that's the story. That was the moral to the story, was what happens good to me happens good to you. Because if it doesn't happen good to you, then you're not happy for me. And then I can't be and feel like I can share either my good fortune or what I have as your daughter. Because I would need that if I ever wanted to rescue my mother. It didn't matter what I had. They could have it all. And like my brother-in-law would say, socks and drawers too. I mean, literally. And that's the way I feel about it. And I just wanted to really show that side of compassion for people. And not all the hate sides, and just show the real side. And what people can accomplish if they just put their minds to it and they take themselves out and they stop with the ego and being egotistical, then their integrity will come into play. And when integrity comes into play, you can do anything because you have everything right inside of you. Integrity is a huge word, and it means a lot to me. And I take it seriously. And I think when you use words like that, it's the ultimate. It's the best. You can't get above it, Oh, Amy, thank you. You're a blessing too, sweetheart. All of you are such blessings, and I appreciate you. Oregon Trail, anyone ever play Oregon Trail back in the day? Oh gosh, yes, Mustang. Oh gosh. I could tell you a lot about the Oregon Trail too, and actually the truth of Oregon Trail and not what we've learned in our books or people have told us or things like that. And it's not a nice tale. There's great parts about it, but there's also the truth to it. And Sacagawea plays a huge part in that. And oh, well did. Oh, and it's just, it's one of those things, but if you really knew the true story to Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea, you would look at it just a little differently. Hi, Misty. Hi, honey. Oh, and it's just one of those things, it's what we learn in school, but what the truth really is, and how they kind of put that sugar on top for us sometimes, And I think we would be so much farther. And I hope you're in here, Adam. I think I saw you, but I'm not sure. But if you are in here, Adam, hi, honey. And this is one thing that you'll probably appreciate from me. It doesn't matter what side you're on. This is something that sat with me. It doesn't matter what side you're on, guys. It doesn't matter if you're left, right, center, to the front, to the back. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Because if you're a good person and you mean well, it shouldn't matter. People should treat you the same all the time. And one thing we screwed up on, and I'm talking to society, we took the flag and the Pledge of Allegiance out of the schools. However you feel on prayer is how you feel. But the Pledge of Allegiance, we wouldn't have flags if it wasn't for our veterans, and we wouldn't have, some of us have the love we have for the ground that we stand on, and how hard our families worked for that ground. And I think that we've screwed up there. We should have left that right where it was. The Pledge of Allegiance, it showed support for your country. It showed camaraderie for your country. It showed that you all stood there and put your hand over your heart and said the same thing in school every morning because you knew the same words. And it meant the same thing to everybody. Oh, that's a flag. My mom has a flag at home. Oh, yeah, my dad puts a flag up sometimes on the 4th of July. And he puts it up on other times too, like a Memorial Day. That's what I'm talking about. We've lost the good things that we've loved and have helped guide us and given us integrity and given us those respects for one another. We've missed it. And it's been the last few years, and I really am ashamed of our educational systems for letting go of the Pledge of Allegiance. It should have never happened. It should always be, if you live on this ground and you have people that have ever gone out and fought, you should know every time you put your hand on your heart what that truly means when you say, I pledge allegiance. It gives that child something to be proud of. But if we don't show that as a country and we don't show pride, we fall for everything. Literally, we fall for everything. And I love each and every one of you. And I hope that I haven't been too much today. I really wanted to do that skit for you guys and get my point across about how other people would and could handle their mother situations. And just to give you a different view. Nothing, because I always put myself as the person. So I'm not ever going to have problems with that because it was me and my brother. I love you too, Jenny from the block, and Nellie. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. Now it'll be perfect if my sister-in-law goes peacefully. That'll be perfect for me. Because I know almost 40 years of being her sister-in-law, I know what she wanted. And she's tired. And I think that we all get tired. Thank you, Maui. Nice to see you, sweetheart. And I just wanted you guys to know where I stand. So there's never a question where I stand with streamers or people that are rude and mean and call us names and do all those things. And it's not funny. And I'm sorry that people find it humorous, and unfortunately, some of our lives are so bad at home that that's the only way we can survive is to make fun of someone else because we don't have a good life ourselves. And so until we can change our good life at home, then we stop talking about others and we start rejoicing and celebrating others and celebrating their gifts and celebrating what they bring to society, And I just love you guys. And Ina Dog Mom, I did see you when I was reading. You went up, and I want to give a shout out to you, Mustang, Blue Cats. I love all of you. And I hope just one person today gets something out of it. Oh, thank you, Anna. Yeah, because I'm just trying to, like I was saying, they were saying, I'm just trying to get there right now. And I know I got to check flights and figure out when, where, how. My son has to go first. So I need him to go first. And because he's standing up and he's representing like a good man that his father wanted him to be. And he loves this aunt and loves his uncle. So he wants to be there for his uncle. And that's how his dad wanted. So I have to worry about him first, and him hopefully doesn't lose his new job. You guys pray for him, please. I'm going to pray for him because he just got hired with that beautiful beverage company here and Benny's and everything. And he could still do his Trailblazers and all that on the side and his hockey and all that. So, he can still work that job too. So but it's only part-time there, and so he really needed this. He really needed to get back into a full-time, really good, position. And yeah, and I just hope he doesn't he doesn't suffer and risk the job because of this situation, because this can't be helped, But please say a prayer for her that, that she just goes ahead and goes with her parents. And it was hard for me to talk to my niece about that. Thank you, Melly. Thank you so much for saying that. And yeah, but and my husband, I'm last, you know what I mean? I need to go last. He needs to go first. And that's the right thing, And yeah, and I'm darn going to miss her. And I'm just waiting for the phone call, but it's too much. When your heart's not working, your liver's not working, you have internal bleeding, you've had a stroke, and you have pneumonia. Those are 5 tough things to come back from. So I think she's just her way of going on her own terms. And she's already ripped the feeding tube out and all that stuff. So, yeah. So that's, and they don't put it back, If they put it back, it's somewhere else they put it. So it's a tough thing. And it's tough for my nieces, to make some tough decisions. And it's life, It's life. And we all have to go through different ones, And she's been great. And like I said, she still kept me in the family and made me so important to our nieces and nephews. And in-laws don't do that. Not anymore. And she did. And I'm forever going to love her for that fact. It's hard enough to be widowed. But to have the family of your husband that you're widowed by still embrace you and still call you family and still have you all the time whenever you're there, stay with them or grab one arm and mom pulls the other and the other one pulls the other and everybody plays tug of war over you and makes you feel so important in their lives. She's so good for that. And I'm going to miss that. And I'm going to hopefully try to carry that on for her and try to keep all the cousins and everybody as close as I can. Doing the best I can, you know. So I really appreciate y'all so much and listening. And I'm going to call it a night because tomorrow night we're on Patriot Pride. And they're going to go on at 10 o'clock or 10:30. So it's going to be West Coast time, 7 or 7:30. And it's going to be amazing. And I'm sorry I didn't get to talk a lot about it tonight, but I gave my word. And your word should be bond. And thank you, Adam. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to it. And there's some bright lights. And she wouldn't want me to put my stuff to the side. She'd be very upset about that. And I know it. So I'm just trying to do everything that she would want, you know, and trying to get the kids through it, you know, all of them, all of them at all different ages, just trying to help them through it, you know. Thank you, sweetheart. I thought so too. And I thank you all for letting me do the skit and everything. And yes, we are going to still meet. And I'm still planning on doing the meeting. You guys, all of you, I'm still planning on doing it. Nothing's changed. Thank you, Melly, for putting that out for me, honey. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the help. Appreciate all the help. And you guys are phenomenal people. Never forget it. And if you could do one nice thing for somebody without them asking, I'd appreciate it. Because it means so much to you and your soul. It's not about their soul, it's about yours. Even if they don't want the help, you still offer. It makes you feel so good, guys. And I know so many of you already do that. I already know it. And I love you for it. And that's why we all are a community and a family. Love you guys. And I'll see you guys later. Ina Dog Mom. Yes, honey. 10. I'll have it on about 10 till everybody gets in here. Adam comes in, but I'll have it on about 10 o'clock. And then we can meet. We can all kind of chat for a second, and then I'll let everybody on the panel do their last private thing before tomorrow that they want to talk about, that they're going to surprise all of you with. So you guys, please don't miss that show tomorrow. You'll be disappointed if you did, because I think a lot of great things are going to be talked about. And I think you're going to see some different stuff. And I hope you did tonight. I love you too, Misty Haynes. Love you too. And don't forget about the memberships, guys. And that third level, you know, half of it goes to vets. And Adam makes sure, he's going to make sure that he gets it there. And then half of it's going to go to streamers that need help, that are having problems and having to go to court and defend themselves over bullying and different things that is getting them in some trouble. So that's what made me think of it, is just because it wasn't just us. I had heard about others, and I couldn't take it. And I said, we got to have some kind of kitty to just help them, you know, FOIAs, whatever, if we can pay for a FOIA, whatever we can do, you know. So I wanted to do that. And then I'll give a little bit of the larger one. If that ever gets done for, you know, the panel and the redial and all that stuff, then I'll go ahead and I'll probably get a little percentage of that to something also. I'm not going to say cancer, but it could go to something like that, or some cancer events or something like that. Something like that. I'll figure it out, but, you know, it's got to go somewhere. And I also talked about the homeless, and that's kind of important to me too, is because it's a lot of vets on our streets here in Portland. And I'd love for them to be able to cover their stuff for the winter. And that's always been one of my favorite things to do, is the tarp drive. And there's a lot of them that's all they own is what they have in carrying, or their buggies or their tents. That's all they have. And I want to tell you guys a funny story before I hang up. I had to go to the laundromat one day, and then I had a lot of laundry. This was some years ago. And I was big, my activism was huge, and I was all over the place. Down at the state capitol, I was speaking everywhere. I wasn't ashamed of anything. I was so proud of myself. Like I just had the kahunas everywhere. So I'm in this laundromat because my dryer went out. So I figured I'll just take everything to the laundromat. My husband takes me down there. He said, "You want me to sit with you?" Or I said, No, you go. I'll be all right. I said, matter of fact, why don't you just walk home? Because we lived across the street. Why don't you walk home, leave me that car. You go get the other car, and then you can go from there. And then I have a car to drive back with the laundry. He said, "Great idea, babe." I said, "Okay." So he leaves the car for me. Here comes this man. And I'm the only one in this laundromat. And it's right across from our house, like literally right across the street. And here comes this man, and he's coming in, and I can tell he's homeless. And not prejudging, but he walks straight in with his backpack and dumps it all into the washer and dryer. It's kind of easy to know. So he starts talking to me, and I start talking to him. And I asked him, how is it? Are you, taking good care of yourself out there? And he said, "I'm sure trying, miss." And I said, "Well, what's the problem? I mean, if you're not, can you tell me? Is there something that you need?" And he said, and he was a vet, and he said that he got his tent stolen, his little pop-up tent, and he had his belongings in it. He said they took most of his belongings, but these are the stuff that he could wash. So he went ahead and he turned on, he got his stuff in there. I said, "Do you need any soap?" And he said, "Could I borrow a little bit?" I said, "You can borrow a lot of it." And so I went over, gave him all that. He said, "Yeah, I don't know where I'm going to start staying because of the rain and the wind," because it was wintertime. He said, "I'm not sure where I'm going to stay now because I don't have my tent anymore because of that other homeless person stealing it." And I said, "Well, how do you hide your stuff? If it's not with you, what do you do with it?" And he said, "Well, I find bushes that aren't used. Nobody really waters the bush or whatever." And he said, "I find a place and I put my stuff in plastic bags and I put it under the bushes. And I know where I put it. So when I come back, I come right back and my stuff is there when I, go get something to eat downtown at one of the union on the missions or something." I said, "Okay." I said, "That ain't too far. Okay, I got you." And he said, "Yeah." He said, "But I'm going to work really hard and I'm going to talk to the mission guy and I'm going to ask him if is there a way I can get a tent?" And I told him, "You know what? You don't have to talk to the mission guy. Hold on a second." And I went out to our car and I had a brand new tent in the back because we were doing all this camping that year for, we had the cannabis Olympics and stuff. So it was always really far away. So it was always camping and stuff. So I had just bought all these new camping gears for the family. And so I told him, "Let me get that for you." And he said, "What are you getting?" And I went out there and got this new tent. It was still in the box. And I said, "Here you go." I said, "Make sure you hide it under a bush that nobody knows your tent's there." And he said, "Ma'am, I'll carry this tent with me every day downtown to the mission. I don't want to ever lose my home." And I said to him, "You should never lose your home. You fought for this country. You should always have a home." And I said, "I'm glad I could be of help. And anything else, I'm here. I live right around the corner. I'm here around this area all the time. I'm sure I'll see you again. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to stop me. I'm honored to help you, sir." And he said, "I've never met anybody like you before." And I said, "There's a lot of people like me. They just haven't crossed your path yet. But thank you for everything you did for our country. And I'll always continue to help you guys, even if it's my last." because it's the right thing to do. And I'm about being and doing the right thing. I love you all. I hope you all always do the right thing because you have everything in you and you have all the power, all of it, to be the most special people ever that you aren't already, because I think you are. And just, you better be there. I love it. And I love all of you. And thank you. Love you guys. And I'll see everybody later. Bad Ash, thank you, honey. Thank you so much. You can't love me as much as I love you guys because you all mean so much to me. Can't do this without you, ever. Takes a village. Even with this, it takes a village.
We don't always get to choose the music life plays for us, but we can choose how we decide to dance to it. This is Nikki's Unjust Stories. Started as a caller, now we're here. Started as a caller, now the whole chat is here. Started as a caller, now we're here. Started as a caller, now the whole chat is here. Started as a caller, sharing my thoughts and theories. Started as a caller, now I'm hosting panels on my own channel. It starts with one unjust story at a time, giving silence back a name after the news has moved on to dance to a new song. Keeping memories alive when the headlines fade away. She'll tell your story and say your name so it won't be lost in vain. For the family still waiting and distraught for the names that get forgot, she keeps another candle burning when the world forgot. A single candle in the dark can light the way and leave its mark. Our healing is that candle, and though it may not light up every hall, it's enough to guide us to the right light and help the healing journey begin, or put up a good fight if need be. Like a candle in the wind, your candle burned out long before, but I'll continue to tell your story. Every episode brings promise that every story gets its light, because somebody out there still misses and remembers them every night. Started as a caller, now we're here. Started as a caller, now the whole chat is here.